What's up, guys? My name is Randy Pasquarella, and I'm the owner of Pasquarella Recordings. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my audio career and how JST has impacted my business along the way. So I'll go way back to when I started a band with my good friends. I was probably 11, 12 years old, and we did all of our recordings ourselves. And, didn't sound good at all, but it was awesome. It was cool. We showed family, friends. They were all pumped about it. But later down the road, we got, a little more into doing, like the band stuff, playing out a little bit more, and we're like, let's go record somewhere and, get better quality recordings. So we hired somebody, a producer, and it helped us really, be inspired to write a little bit more so because all the workload was off of us. And, we got the mixes back, absolutely amazing. We were so excited to have like a new sound. He created the sound for us. And at that moment, I was like, this is what I want to do for bands. Like the feeling that I'm getting, I want to do this for other people. And I was still young too, I was 16, 17, was in high school, taking music theory. And, that was where my head was at the time. I wanted to go to college and, which didn't happen, So I wound up going to a trade school because they didn't require all the SAT and all that crap. But, so got into Institute of Audio Research, and they taught all the basic stuff like what compression is. I was all interested in like why does this do that, like all the knobs and this and that. But then later down the road, I started my business probably when I was 18 years old, and right after high school, learning along the way, taking the stuff that I learned from high school and even the audio school, and implementing it into my recordings and different techniques. But it wasn't like the sound that I was striving for, I was looking for, like something, because I recorded a lot of like metal bands, and everybody came to me for that because they heard my band. They're like, oh, who do you record with? And so I was pumped to be able to like work with these bands because they heard my sound. So then later down the road, Joey Sturgis came out with plugins. Like the first one that I heard about was like was the gain reduction, or the first gain reduction version that came out, and which was awesome because I felt like that was my weak point, was like vocals, getting the vocal to sit in front of the mix, sit on top of the mix, and be in your face. And so that was the first plugin that I bought. I put it on the track, and boom, my mixes just came to life, vocals in your face. And I was so excited to be able to use this plugin and put into these new mixes with bands, and instantly heard it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing different? Like I'm this plugin, gain reduction. So excited. And later down the road, I got a little bit older, more into recording, and really wanted to do it as my, like full-time business, which I am doing now. And quit my ShopRite job as a cashier, so many different plugins coming out, I'm buying this and that, pre-ordering, Tone Forge was a huge one, which gives me my sound that I have today. I use all of Tone Forge stuff, whether it's on rhythm guitars, leads, and the new Bass Forge, which is absolutely incredible. But yeah, so I went to NAMM 2016, I met Joey Sturgis there personally. It was awesome. We went later in the day with my good friends, and it wasn't like packed, you see these videos on Facebook, it's like swarming kids, like, oh my god, Jason Richardson, ah! So like we went later in the day, and literally it was just like him and like some other people there, like that he worked with, and he's like, yo, you want to try my new plugin? It was the Jason Richardson at the time, and I was like, yeah. I picked up the guitar, started jamming, and like I already pre-ordered it because I knew it was gonna be sick, but just the way he was like messing with the knobs and stuff like that, I'm like, yep, everything, yep, that's good, cool, everything. Just I knew like that was the sound. Each Tone Forge model was it has its own like unique different tastes and flavors, but it was cool that he was able to show me personally like how everything works, and this and that. Yeah, to this day I own literally every Joey Sturgis plugin, like whether it's Tone Forge, even Drum Forge and stuff like that from his other companies. But to this day I'm using all his plugins in all of my mixes, and I feel like that created the sound for me. I looked up to all his mixes, and even way back from I don't even know, like Devil Wears Prada, Attack, and We Came as Romans. You know, like I come from like 2009, 2010, 11. Like that was my like the sound I was striving for. You know, like the Joey Sturgis sound. And these plugins helped me get it, and I could implement these plugins into my mixes to make my own sound. You know, it's not like I'm copying somebody's sound, but using his sound to inspire me to write, to create, and that's what these plugins do. You know, you don't have to worry about messing with a million knobs, how much, you know, ratio, this and that. You put gain reduction on, boom, your vocals pop. You tone forge, turn a couple knobs, your tone is great, you know. So that's what JST did for me, you know, like it really helped create my sound for Pasquarella Recordings and define who I am. So I'd like to thank Joey Sturgis Tones for all of that, and thank you guys very much. Peace.